What's going on, guys? This is Danny from Solar Restoration, and we're in the Finding Fast Motorsports garage we're getting back to work on Project LS Extreme. The first thing we're going to do is actually detail this dry shaft. We've been putting this off for a little while. This morning we got scuffed down, taped up, and we're going to get some paint on this and get it detailed up, put back in the frame so all that can be finished up. And the next thing we're going to do, we're going to try and get this paint work knocked out for the cab, the body of this truck. So we're going to go down to the paint shop and try and get the cab straightened out and get it as close to paint as we can. I know we've been slacking a little bit on this project, but we're definitely going to get back on it and try and get this thing done, finished up completely. Spring is right around the corner and this truck needs to be done so we can drive it and we can get some of these other projects knocked out. Unfortunately, we had some events come up that were just probably not appropriate at this time to talk about on the channel, but maybe later, and they just slowed this project way down. But we're getting back on it now. We're going to get it done. We're going to have some fun. We're getting some more tore down on this parts truck. I really would like to get this thing stripped down, all the usable parts off, or all the parts I need off, and get this thing out of here. It's just taking up a lot of room and cluttering up. So, but I do keep talking about the hidden bolt on the heater box. So like I said before, you pull the heater blower motor resistor out, which is right here. Pull that out, get it out of the way. We'll get a flashlight so we can see down down in here. If you look down inside, you see that hidden bolt right there. It's a 10 millimeter. You really have to reach down in there to get it. But if you don't take that out, you'll never get this inside heater box out. So with that blower motor resistor out of the way, we're going to reach down in there with a small 1/4 inch ratchet and a 10 millimeter socket and get that bolt removed. And there we got it. It is a tight squeeze down in there, but if you use a smaller socket, you can back that bolt out. And we got a couple more. Get my light here. We got a couple more to reach on the side here, and then this box will come off the outside, and the inside box will come off the inside. After pulling the heater core hoses off, we were able to get this inside box out. And now we're going to take this firewall pad the rest of the way off, and then we'll start fishing our wiring harness out. And that's the main reason this truck was around, because of this harness and the power windows. So we'll get that fished through and get a couple more parts off this. Actually, this truck does have a good transmission in it, so I think just to make things easier, I already took the cab mount bolts, body mount bushings loose. So I think we're just going to unhook a couple more things, lift this whole cab up off the frame, make it a lot easier to get to that transmission. We'll remove the trans and just a couple more odds and end things. Everything on the frame is just trash. This is an extremely rusty truck. The cab is trash. It's pretty well rotted out everywhere. So like I said, it's just rusty. Even the rear differential for some reason is extremely crusty on this. So it is what it is. We'll get our parts off, scrap this thing. We were able to get the whole inside of this cab stripped out, firewall pad, all the wiring harness, everything's out. We'll get our tools out, get everything off here. Everything I think is unbolted, hopefully from the firewall. If not, we'll probably just end up cutting it. We got our brake booster unbolted. The next step for this truck, we're not going to be able to do it tonight. Tonight it's going to be a little late, but we'll back my truck out. We'll probably get the John Deere and drag this truck outside, and we'll just put a strap around the cab here. We'll lift the cab right up off the frame. Like I said, we'll get the transmission taken out. The only other thing I'm going to take off the frame is the radiator support. We're going to keep that around. And other than that, I really, this motor was junk. It had a knock. It had a spun rod bearing. So, and maybe some small little pieces here and there off of it. Other than that, this thing's just going to be scrapped because there's nothing, literally nothing left good on this thing. So again, we have another pile of parts here I need to clean up and get sorted out, put away, organized. And here is, this thing to me is probably worth, I wouldn't say it's weight in gold, but close to it. This is the in-cab harness that we just got done removing out of that truck. And of course, here is the door harness for the power windows. You know, power windows, I guess, are pretty important to me because we went through a lot of work to get to them. So we did get the dry shaft detailed up. It looks killer. We are still waiting. I didn't get a chance to run down and get the seal for the output shaft. As soon as we get that, we can get that bolted back in the frame. And we're really running out of things to do to this frame. Still a couple small things, but overall we're really waiting on that the cab and the paintwork. And that's really, I really thought I was gonna do that today. I just kind of got sidetracked with that cab and getting all the parts off, which needs done anyway. But really need to get back to work on the cab, buckle down, get the paintwork done, and get this thing back on there. Once we get the cab on and the rest of the paintwork done, this thing will actually come together really fast. Bolting this kind of stuff in, like this wiring harness, goes in really fast. All this other stuff is simple bolt-in stuff. I mean, it does take a little bit of time, but overall it goes really quick. So like I said earlier, we ran into a situation that really just kind of slowed us up on this build. We didn't quit on it, and we're gonna finish it. But this coming week is still a little hectic. After this week, it should really turn the corner, and we can really get stuff accomplished on this truck and some other builds too. So thanks for tuning in. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. Have a good day.